Hi y'all, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Lauren and I am a first year first grade teacher here in Massachusetts. Welcome to a week in my life as a first grade teacher. Welcome to my classroom. And if you are coming back, thank you for coming back. Welcome back, especially after last week's spring fever, I think is what people called it in the comments. I'm feeling so much better now that I know that those are typical behaviors. I mean, they're not typical behaviors and they're not okay behaviors, but some of the things that we experienced last week, we're going to try to leave in last week and we're going to try to move forward from this whole spring fever stage. So we'll see. But anyways, it is Monday morning about 6:56 and I have a lot to get done. So I'm just going to show y'all rather than tell y'all. Let's get started.
Head, head, wet, pen, nut, jet,
Good.
peg, bed, lead.
Hello again. It is now 10:13, so they are at specials, but I forgot to tell you guys this morning, I was kind of just in a tizzy. Let me catch you up. Over the weekend, I was just resting and not really preparing a lot of things because of the week that we had last week. If you don't know about that, you can go watch the vlog. It was just a little bit crazy in here behaviorally. So over the weekend, I was in full rest weekend mode, not planning, prepping mode. When I got here this morning, I had a lot to do. So I was in a tizzy, didn't catch you guys all the way up. Let me do that now. Today is a half day. The second half of the day we have PD. We don't have early release days like in our schedule normally. I know in like some places like where I did my student teaching in Florida, they have early release every Wednesday. We don't do that. I think this is like our third half day all year. It might be our last one too. But we just do PD like the second half of the day. And this is the first time that our PD is not here at our school. It's actually at another school where I interviewed for a position, which is funny. So I know how to get there. But anyways, we are going there for the second half of the day to do PD on being a writer, which is our writing curriculum. So they are at specials. They also went to brunch, like the specials teacher took them to and back from brunch, and they're at art this week. And then when they get back, we only have about 30 minutes. So we're going to do a second step lesson, which is a social emotional learning curriculum we have here in our district. We're going to do a second step lesson, and then they'll get packed up and they'll go home. So there's that. And then I'll go over to grab some lunch and then go to the school for PD, which is nice. But anyways, right now I do have about 40 minutes, so I am going to grade these writings that we did today for their vocabulary. Today we learned 4 new words before we read the story this week, and we chose to write about the vocabulary word journey. The prompt was I went on a journey too, and I challenged them this week to not just finish the sentence starter, but then to write another sentence and expand on their writing. So this student wrote about I went on a journey to Disney World. I never go to Disney World, but it is pretty. I told them that they could write about a fictional journey if they could not think of one. So she wrote a fictional story and then confessed that I think it was not true, which is really funny. But anyways, I'm going to grade these. We did talk a little bit about must-haves and amazings. That's like a grading or I don't even know, like a strategy to enrich student work. You can probably Google it or look on Pinterest. I'm sure that there would be something. But it was launched like in the Boston Public Schools, must-haves and amazings. And it's just challenging them to go above and beyond, because even when I use these rubrics, which I love, some of them get all 5 checks and look very different from others who get all 5 checks. For example, this student and this student would both get all 5. They're very different writing samples. So we talked a bit today about like amazings and how to go above and beyond by adding more details to your illustration or by adding more to your writing, telling me more about your journey, things like that. And I thought that their writings improved greatly, so that's awesome. First time using that strategy, must-haves, amazings, but I liked it. So I'm gonna grade these and then I'm gonna go through their folders and count compliments. We didn't do compliment snore on Friday because they were off the chain, so we just didn't do it. So we're gonna do it today. And then they'll come back, and then I'll catch up with y'all when I am on my way to PD. Alrighty, you guys, it is only 12:05 and we got out at 11:45. We had to stay until noon, but my teammates ran to go grab lunch. they're getting Red Robin, and I'm trying to stick to more of a budget, so I didn't go with them, which is fine. They're not like sitting and eating, or I would have gone with them. They're just like picking it up and then heading over. But the school that we are heading to, we have to be there by 1. They have dismissal at 12:30, so there's going to be crazy traffic. And it also is like a street parking, parallel parking situation. And fun fact, I don't know how to parallel park a car, so I am going to leave now and give myself an hour to do the 10-minute drive and finding a parking spot. I might stop and like look for like cleaning supplies, because we don't have at my Walmart, they're like out of Clorox wipes and hand sanitizer, so I'm wondering if they have any over this area. But now I'm thinking I'll probably do that after, because I don't know if I'll have enough time before. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and grab my stuff and I'll head over there. We're doing a PD for being a writer, so I'll catch y'all up all about it after the PD. Good morning, y'all. Happy Tuesday. Welcome back to the classroom. Right now I am over at my guided reading table. Here, I'll pick you guys up so you can see. Ta-da, guided reading area. Anyways, just wanted to like update you guys about the PD yesterday, and then kind of get y'all ready for today, keep you in the loop. So yesterday the PD was all about our writing curriculum. It was a little bit helpful. It wasn't as helpful as some of the other PDs that we've been to this year, and y'all know I love PD, and I really enjoy just taking the time to like mandatory time to reflect on your practice and think about how it could be better. This was more of just like introducing us fully to the curriculum resources that are available online, which is definitely helpful. It was just not what I was expecting. So we kind of just like navigated through their online portal for a little while. It was 75 degrees and sunny yesterday in March. So being stuck inside at that moment in time was really hard. But as soon as we were able to leave at 3, I drove home and sat out in the sun on my porch. And I've been reading this book called Get Up or Give Up, written by Michael Bonner, who is a phenomenal elementary school teacher. And it's all about kind of his life and his journey to becoming a teacher and how he keeps his passion in the classroom and everything. So yesterday I just sat and read that in the sun for about an hour, then had a good workout. So I'm feeling great today. I'm feeling rejuvenated. As you read books like that, it kind of resonates with you more, obviously, if you're a teacher, and just helps you kind of reignite your spark as well. So I'm excited today to just enjoy the day, make it as best as we can with the little ones that I have here, and I'm just really excited. So anyways, today we are going to start reading our nonfiction text for the week, which is called Big Blue Whale. And I'm really excited because we're actually going to do like a whale writing that's going to be added to the hallway display, since we've had 2 weeks of nonfiction about like ocean animals. So it's kind of just going to like further our ocean theme in the hallway, which I'm excited about. But we're only starting to read it today because we are working on asking questions about the books that we're reading. It's a skill called wondering. So they are going to be asking questions before we read the book, wondering about what might be in it. They're going to be asking questions today after we read half of it, mid-read wondering, and then they're going to be asking questions tomorrow after we've read the whole thing. What are you still wondering? And then kind of talking about where could we find that information. If you still have wonderings, where could we continue to learn about whales? Which is perfect because in writing this week, they are starting writing their nonfiction text for the first time. So it kind of just like overlaps, which is always nice when you can tie in 2 different curricular components in a week. Is really fun. So I think we're going to start doing some research. Me and my teammate talked to the 2nd grade teachers yesterday, and they actually have Chromebooks, 1-to-1 Chromebooks, but they each have 8 extras. So we're thinking about maybe doing a nonfiction like research project in partners, obviously, because we would only have 8 each, but I think that would be amazing, and I'm just really excited about the possibility of that. Y'all know we have iPads, but to be honest, a lot of them are not like operable. Ooh, I think someone's coming to vacuum my room. Nope. Maybe not. I think he went in a different room. Anyways, a lot of the iPads either have like people put headphones in them and then broke off the headphone piece like in the iPad, so it doesn't have volume because it thinks that there are headphones plugged in, but they're not. And there's like no way to get it out of there and fix it. So a lot of them have that problem. Some of them are like overused with like their storage is up and they like have pop-ups that won't go away. So it's like really hard because how do you delete something if the pop-up won't go away to like clear more storage for it to work? I don't know. They just all have some issues. So we can't really use the iPads for like all of the purposes we'd like to use the iPads for. So the fact that there are additional Chromebooks is really nice. But anyways, that's the update for this morning. It's about 7 o'clock now. I think it's just about to change to 7. I need to write my morning message. And then other than that, I'm just gonna soak in like the feeling that I have right now of how excited I am to be here. And you know, it's hard to feel that way in March. You kind of start to get like beat down by everything, but I'm excited to be here, and this is my dream, and I've prayed for this, to have this classroom in first grade for so long. And how selfish of me last week to just let it overwhelm me, let it get me down. Like, this is exactly what I wanted. This is even more than I could have asked for. So I'm just gonna enjoy it today, and I will talk to y'all during specials. Well, let me catch you guys up and explain myself. Clearly, I'm wearing a new outfit. It is a different day. It's Wednesday. Let me show you. Wednesday, March 11th. About yesterday. Oh, buddy, what a day. During planning, I had an unexpected meeting with our guidance counselor, just pertaining to some of the things that one of my kiddos is going through outside of school that really rattled me. Just bear in mind, like, as a teacher, our biggest job is to help them learn and grow, obviously, but to just love them and care for them and meet them where they are. And that meeting just left me really rattled up. But then aside from that, we have a school quality review today. I don't know if I've ever mentioned this, but I do work in like a Title I district that is currently run by state officials to help kind of turn around what's happening in the district and kind of get our students back to the performing level that they should be at and that they deserve to be at. So anyways, that entails a lot of observations, a lot of like cyclical coaching sessions on a school-wide level, not even just on like a personal first-year teacher level. So we have one of those visits today that's kind of assessing like the school-wide level. And I just found out yesterday morning that they are coming to my room today just to kind of see what's going on here. So it's just kind of feels like a high stakes observation because it does not just reflect on me. They're using that information alongside the information that they glean from other classrooms, of course, and around the school, but they're using that all to assess like how our school is doing, which just seems more nerve-wracking. So that is today from like during reading centers, I think, so it should be fine, but it just feels more nerve-wracking. But that happened, and then the meeting happened, and I was just kind of like overwhelmed in that point in time, trying to balance like my concern and care and love for this child with like my needing to be ready for today and prep things and everything. And then after school yesterday, we had our like collaboration time from 3 to 5, and my teammate and I were just meeting to kind of discuss like what we were doing, and I was like adding things in my classroom, tweaking things, making sure that, you know, it's a good reflection of all of the standards that we have here at my school. And I'll be happy when that's over, to be honest. It's this morning during reading centers, and then when they go to specials, I'll be able to catch you guys up. But right now it is 6:39. I got to school pretty early today, and I have some other stuff to do to get ready for that. So I'm going to make an anchor chart for reading. I'm going to prep more thoroughly for guided reading than normal because they will probably see that. I'm changing my writing center so that it's more related to our curriculum points this week. So I'm going to change that center out. And then I'm just going to be like walking around, I'm sure, doing things. Like, there's no way I'm going to be able to just sit. So yeah, I'm going to get started on the things, and I will hopefully have great news for you guys during specials. Please keep your fingers crossed for me. Say a little prayer, pause the video if you're a praying person, and I'll update you guys. Real time, it'll be like hours from now, but in your time, in a few seconds. Y'all, it went so stinking good. They did an amazing job at reading centers. They loved the new writing center writing facts that they learned about whales. I mean, I had those observers in my room glowing, smiling, high-fiving my kids, giving me thumbs up. Like, I feel so good. I'm just very proud that what's happening in this classroom is a good reflection on our school and our district as a whole. So that makes me really, really proud and happy. But anyways, now it is planning, and I've had like one track mind on this morning, and I neglected to fully prepare for this afternoon, but I'm going to do that now. I am about to laminate a center for math, the hands-on center. I'm about to run copies for their at your seat work, which is fine. I know what we're doing for writing, so that will be fine. But really, I'm just so happy. And I actually forgot to tell you, sorry, there was like someone by my door. I forgot to tell you guys that yesterday after school, also another reason why I didn't update you is that I had to like run to urgent care for antibiotics. So all of that to say, has been a whirlwind of the last 24 hours, but I am so happy that it all came together. I'm so happy. Yeah, I can't wait to hear the results for our school and what we continue to work on and what areas we're going to be focusing on next. I'm just really excited. And actually, one of the observers was the district official who's in charge of our literacy, our ELA curriculum and department. She's the one who gave my PD on Monday. And so then she got on Wednesday to come to my classroom and see me in action, which is just so cool. It was nice to see her again. But anyways, it was nice. It was familiar faces. It was amazing. They did amazing. I'm so proud of my kids. Now I'm gonna eat a snack, finish my coffee because I did not finish it this morning because I was all in a tizzy, and finish preparing for math. I need to finish laminating and then cut the pieces for the center and then run the copies for At Your Seat. And then I think I'm good. I'm having lunch bunch today with 2 of my girlies. I've told them now that I'm gonna start asking to have lunch with them on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I'm gonna pull, at the beginning of the year, I just did one-on-one lunches, and I'll still use those as needed for kids who need that like one-to-one attention. For instance, one of my girls during reading centers after they had left, fortunately, was under a table just because she's dealing with a lot and it was just hard for her, and so she goes into her safe zone, which is under a table. So I got right down on that floor and got under the table with her, and I said, you know what, it's really hard for me to fit under this table because I'm bigger than you, but please tell me what's wrong so we can fix it. She just was not fully understanding what the expectation was at her center, and instead of having the courage to raise her hand and to ask me, her reaction is to go into her shell, hide under the table. So got under that table with her, figured that out, and then she came to my table so I could get her started and send her back to her center. But that's the kind of child that I would have one-to-one lunch with. The other ones, I just enjoy their company and I want to eat with different people. So today I'm sad because it was going to be 2 of my girlies and one of them is absent, and she was so excited yesterday. She told me 50 billion times, I'm so excited to eat lunch with you tomorrow. I'm so excited to eat lunch with you tomorrow. And she's not here today. So I'm going to end up probably picking a different girly to take her spot. But anyways, yeah, that's the morning. That's my update for lunch and for the afternoon. And I will talk to you guys after school. Hello, it is 3:15. And honestly, since school ended, all I have done is change the date and the number on the calendar. I haven't even changed the day of the week. I moved my pink arrow on my visual schedule back up to the top for arrival, and honestly, I am just gonna go. I'm really excited about how this morning went. Actually, our literacy coach came by this afternoon to tell me that they were very impressed, super pleased, just to kind of touch bases with me and give me that feedback that it went very well. She even mentioned like this was like a model classroom, so I'm just gonna go home and revel in that and enjoy it. I do have a workout tonight at Orange Theory. Again, not turning this into a fitness YouTube, but I've been loving that, so I'm really excited for that workout tonight. Our afternoon was pretty good. They had a very hard time at specials today, and they had an equally hard time in the cafeteria, and that's always tough as a teacher because you go to pick them up, especially if you're having a good day in your classroom, and then you go to pick them up from outside areas in the school and get these horrible reports, and it's just kind of like, I don't want to ruin it. We were doing so well. I don't want to have this big negative conversation, but we have to have a conversation. So we just talked about the fact that our 3 rules apply to everywhere in our school. Actually, when they came in from recess, they all put their heads down silently for 2 minutes. And then before they could come to my carpet to get started with math, I made them tell me all 3 of our rules. I asked, what are our 3 rules in this classroom? Respectful, be responsible, be safe. Are you ready to do those things? Are you ready to learn? You may come join me for math. Every single one of them one at a time, which wasted time, but it really set the tone for a more productive afternoon, and we had a great time in math centers, math rotations. And then for writing, they did, we're working on nonfiction writing for the first time, so we played a game, Who Am I? And they were to write about themselves for 10 minutes, facts about themselves, real information, not a story. And then we played a game where I read them without reading the name, and we had to guess who it was. All of the factual information kind of helped them figure it out. Some of them were funny because they just had no poker face. As soon as I started reading theirs, they're all excited. Obviously, we know it's you, but they're so funny. Anyways, I'm gonna gather my stuff and head out, and I will talk to y'all in the morning on Thursday. Good morning, you guys. Happy Thursday. Welcome back. Right now it is almost 7 o'clock. Actually, it's 6:58. This morning, I don't know what was going on, but I never let myself get out of my routine because I truly value my time here in the morning. I just could not get out of bed. Like, I am exhausted. I don't know if it has to do with like the antibiotics that I'm taking or what, but Oh my gosh, I could have slept, I think, until noon. So there's that. That's why it's 7 o'clock. I'm still wearing my coat. Like, I literally just got here. I haven't done anything yet, but all I need to really do is write my morning message and then kind of just like clean everything. I just feel like I have to document this in this vlog because this is the way of the world right now, but we're starting to have like new procedures put into place because of the COVID-19 virus, and so we have to make sure that we are wiping tables with disinfectant before and after breakfast. I wipe the tables every morning, but now we have to again wipe them after breakfast. I'm going to take home, I think, the table caddies tonight and put them through the dishwasher. I'm just starting to get a little nervous for my families because there are a few kiddos in my class who have baby brothers and sisters, and that just scares me. So anyways, I need to clean, I need to write my morning message, and then just kind of reorganize because I left almost immediately after school yesterday because I was so tired. And so I just need to kind of like pick up in here and just organize my thoughts and my space, our space, to be ready for the day. So let's do that. Hi you guys, long time no talk. It is 3:11. Today I forgot was a Thursday. This week has felt weirdly long to me, so I thought today was Friday and I was confused all day. But we did have our PLC that we always have on Thursdays during planning, which is why I didn't catch you up. We actually had a fire drill at that time too, so I missed a chunk of it because we were outside. But anyways, it was a good day here. They did very well with the whale riding that we did this morning. The reason I'm talking so fast and trying to get you guys caught up and get out of here is because, like I said, it's about 3:12 now. The minute has switched over, and there has been a lot of talk kind of like buzzing around that we are going to be closed all of next week, if not like more than next week. And I placed a order at Target for pickup, and I need to get there like in my window, my pickup window of just things to have at our house, like just like stock shelf items that won't expire. I'm gonna look for some frozen foods, things like that, because it's looking like I'm actually gonna be home all of next week, and so I need to go pick up those groceries, see if there's anything else that I need to pick up while I'm there. But I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I've cleaned everything, I've Lysoled everything. Just kind of a scary time, to be honest, especially when working with children who don't always have the best hygiene. We've been practicing washing our hands today so that they can continue washing their hands. I told them to wash their hands at home the same way. But anyways, you never think that you'd have to give an explicit lesson in hand washing, but when the times present themselves, that's what we did. So anyways, I'm gonna head out so I can pick up my Target groceries. I promise I will update you all more tomorrow, but tonight I'm going to be preparing my home and then also preparing some work for them to do. Not like mandatory work, but I'm sure parents will ask, so I'm gonna try to make like a packet of like things that we've learned so far in this year for them to practice while they're home next week, so that they have something to do and they don't have total learning loss for like a week or more. So anyways, I'm gonna head out and I will talk to y'all in the morning. Hi you guys, happy Saturday. It is Saturday, March 14th, and yesterday I got a few clips of the copier going crazy and my empty classroom without name tags, with nothing on any of the hard surfaces that need to be sterilized. Yesterday was a day, and I did not have the mindset to pick up my phone and tell you guys about it. So let me update you now. Like most teachers in the country, I'll cut to the chase. Our school district right now is closed for 2 weeks. So our next day back at school will be March 30th. It doesn't piggyback on a break. We don't have a break in these next 2 weeks, no spring break or anything. So they're really just 2 weeks of no school, and we are supposed to be school. Regardless, our last day will be on June 23rd, and we will still have our April break. So there's that. On Thursday night, I mentioned I was going to go home and make some home learning bags for my students. I did that. I included 2 math games that I laminated, and I included a dry erase marker for each of my kids, a dry erase eraser for each of my kids, 2 pre-sharpened pencils, a math packet that I literally just pulled from all different TPT packets. I can link them in the description box. It had about 14 pages of math practice, and then a reading packet with about 14 pages of reading skills practice, so like trick words and CBC words and things like that, and then another reading packet that had passages that are called My Turn, Your Turn, and there's a section that's a student level and then a section that's a parent level that continues the story, but it's a higher level text, so they can share reading, and there's like 14 of those in the packet. I included a little writing journal with little half sheets of writing paper with space for the date, and I put it all into the organizational storage bags from the Target Dollar Spot. If I can, I'll insert like footage or a picture of them right here. So anyways, on Thursday night I had done that, and then yesterday when we got to school, we got an email from our superintendent. We hadn't been told of any closing or anything. We got an email from our superintendent stating that we needed to have 2 weeks of learning ready to send home with our kids at the end of the day yesterday. Meanwhile, I had 7 of my 18 kids at school yesterday. Luckily, I'd already prepped all the learning bags because I had a feeling this would happen, but most teachers at our school, I mean, all of us had no warning. I just happened to have had them ready. It was craziness yesterday. You can imagine the issues like lines in the copy room and all kinds of stuff. I feel for middle school teachers who in our school who have like hundreds of students to prep those things for. I did prep all 18, and what I did was I posted on ClassTag, is the parent communication app that my school uses. I posted on ClassTag yesterday morning at about 9 a.m. letting parents know that I had prepared home learning bags as we were asked to do. There was no update regarding a potential closure yet, but if they could please come by the school to pick those up if their child was absent, that way they are prepared in case of a closing. And fortunately, of my 11 kids who were not at school yesterday, 9 of them and their parent came to get their learning bag. All 7 of my kids who were there took theirs home with them, so that leaves 2 kids who I was not able to get the learning bag into their hands or their parents' hand. One of them, I had our para call his mom. She speaks only Spanish. Unfortunately, our para was amazing yesterday and reaching out to those parents and helping me. You guys know I'm learning, but I'm not comfortable making those phone calls, and you can imagine the rush on our translator yesterday having to contact parents and stuff. So I'm so blessed to have her in our room. She got all but one of our Spanish-speaking parents like aware and to come in and grab it and everything, and then one of my kiddos, I cannot talk about her situation for privacy reasons, but I did what I could, and I left voicemails where I could, and I got nothing. So 2 kids who don't have them in their hands. I want to try digital learning modalities, but I'm just in a district with equity issues where I can't ensure that all of my kids would be able to access those things. And is that fair? Do I do it for some of my kids and knowing that not all of them are going to be able to see it? Like, it's just hard, you guys. This is like uncharted territory. I'm trying not to get emotional talking about it. Yesterday, leaving my classroom, wondering if the kids are going to be okay for 2 weeks, knowing how much I'm going to miss them. Like, I'm going to miss the heck out of them. Getting 2 weeks taken from our learning this year and what that's going to do for them, where they're going to get their meals. My school has breakfast. You guys know that. I work in a Title I school. Like, we're setting up food distribution centers. I think 4 of the schools, not my school, but 4 of the schools in the districts are going to still serve breakfast and lunch at the door in the morning and in the afternoon. I'm just trying to stay positive. Anyways, there's the update. If you are not a teacher and you have children in the schools, I believe us. Like, we know what you are going through, or we can have compassion for what you're going through. It's not an ideal situation for any of us, and your child's teacher's heart is breaking more than anyone's. I promise you that. I have been changing my background on my phone every 20 minutes to a different picture of a different one of my kids. It just makes you realize how much you love your job and how much you love your kids, and you really just care for them over everything. I just want them to be okay. So there's the update. That's the end of this weekly vlog. If I do any like home learning or digital learning or anything in the coming weeks, 2 weeks, I'll vlog that if I can. I'm actually going home to Florida this afternoon. Fortunately, I had a flight voucher, and you know, my boyfriend works in athletics, which is another arena that's been very affected by everything. So he thinks is still going to have to go into the facility, though the players are home now and cannot return to campus until May. So it's just all, it's crazy times, and we're all dealing with them together. To answer any like forthcoming questions, I am salaried, so our district says that we will continue getting paid so long as we are working on an app from home, work from home basis with good faith. So as long as we're giving our best effort to respond to any parent communication, to respond to any emails, to interact with any PDs that they might send out. If they do decide to facilitate digital learning by having like laptop, Chromebook pickup for parents or families, we'll have to attempt that the best we can. But we will still be paid in that time, so long as we are working from home to the best of our ability. I am bringing home to Florida with me my teacher's manuals that I don't have digital copies for, my district laptop because we have to have it for work from home purposes, and I'm going to plan the rest of the year and just pray that it's only 2 weeks and that it doesn't get extended. My heart is breaking for Haley, who is also here on YouTube as a teacher, who is going to be out of her room for 6 weeks. Haley, if you're watching this, I can't imagine, girl. I love you, and I am praying for you and your kids, everyone's kids. Just a big, crazy situation, and I'm sorry this was an 8-minute tearful rambling, but anyways, I had to tell you guys what happened. That's what happened. Know that teachers are not running up and down hallways, yay, we have time off. Like, that is not what this is. No one feels that way, and we're all going through it together. And like I said, if I have anything to update you guys on, I will update you guys here on this channel. Thank you for watching. If you need someone to talk to about all of this, I'm here, and I would love to talk to you guys about it. I know I have a lot of teachers on this channel. I have a lot of parents here. If you're a parent and you're unsure how to continue your child's learning at home, clearly I'm a first grade teacher, but I have friends with resources for every grade level. If you need anything, please use me as best you can. I'm here for you all. I love you, and I'll see you soon.